Greetings. We're going to install Unreal Engine 4.2.7 and get your VR project baseline established. And this is for Mac folks. If you want to see a Windows install version of this, you can check out the other video that I made for Windows. Okay. First place you need to go is go to unrealengine.com in your web browser of choice. You'll see some items up here. Sign in. You don't have to worry about that right now. Go ahead and click download. That's going to take you to the download page. It's going to say get started with Unreal Engine. Scroll down a little bit and you will see download launcher, which you want to do. That's going to come down. It's about 60 megs. So it'll take a little while, but not too bad. And here we are with the games launcher. So let's drag the games launcher into applications. Okay, that installed the games launcher. There's a few steps here that I'm going to describe. So the first thing is Games Launcher is where you launch Epic Games, but it's also how you get to Unreal Engine. So you install the Games Launcher, that gets you to Unreal Engine. Once you get Unreal Engine going in Epic Games Launcher, you install engines inside that, and then you install projects inside that. So it's kind of a three-step process. You can think of it like nesting dolls, maybe. Games Launcher, the engine, your projects. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. All right, the update is running. Reduce some of this stuff out. And here we go. Okay, if you don't have a way to authenticate to Epic Games, you're going to need to pick one. I usually use sign in with Epic Games, which means you need to do the sign up flow here if you don't already have a login. I already do, so I'm going to hit sign in with Epic Games. If you need to sign up, you can sign up using whatever email account you want. Pasting my password in. I'm going to leave that remember me. Log in now. Okay, quick overview of what this is. So you're going to see a lot of game promo stuff here. You're going to see store, library, and Unreal Engine here. Unreal Engine is your way to get to Unreal Engine. So remember where that is. Let's see. Let me go click on Unreal Engine. Yep, and this flips you over to the Unreal Engine view. Now, here's where some people get confused. There's a library tab up here as well. That's the library tab inside of Unreal Engine. But there's also this library tab. So if people mention the library tab online, or if I do, it's this library tab I'm talking about, not this one. Another thing you might want to also do is go to Settings here, scroll down, and uncheck Show Free Game Notifications and uncheck Show News and Special Offer Notifications. I find these quite bothersome, so I turn those off. Okay, now let's go. We're in Unreal Engine. Let's go to Library, and you'll see we don't have any engines installed. You can do install engine up here, or you can do install engine here. I'm going to use the plus sign here under engine versions here. It's just how I commonly do it, so works good for me. Okay, so go ahead and hit the plus sign, and what you're going to see immediately is it's going to try to give you 5.0.0, which we don't want. We want 4.27, an earlier version. So to get to that earlier version, click this little drop down here and click 4.27.2. Then you're going to see you've got the install button here to install it. I'm going to show you this drop down even though we're not going to use it. This is set current, this is remove. This is a way that you can set current means always by default do 4.2.7, which is useful. Remove lets you remove that version of the engine. we're not going to worry about either of these for now. Just wanted to show you that they're there. A heads up, once you've installed an engine, you can verify it. That's if you're having a problem and the engine is acting funny. Verify takes a couple of hours at least. It goes through and checks every version of the file in your engine and makes sure everything's okay. Just a heads up, if you do that, prepare for it to run for a very long time. Useful if you ever need it, but just be warned. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and click install. I am going to install into user shared. You may have other paths here, places that you want to install, but this is fine for me, so I'm going to do that. The engine is maybe it's quite a few gigs, I guess. So yeah, 16.5 gigs here. So just be ready with enough hard drive space to accommodate the engine, and you will have multiple versions of the engine at times if you need to upgrade for some reason or something. I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording while this is coming down. Actually, before I pause for too long, notice you can see the installing progress here, installing 1%. This is just showing you that it is actually doing stuff. You also have this downloads option here, which you can see your actual traffic, which is useful. It's good to kind of see if things are slowing down. You can see if it's your bandwidth or something like that. Okay, I will pause the recording while we do this because it's going to take quite some time. Okay, we finally have Unreal 4.27.2 downloaded and installed. For some reason, for me today, my internet was very slow and it took forever, but we got it down. Hopefully, you are able to get it downloaded faster than me. Okay, so you've got 427 in there. You'll see now that you've got a couple options and other things down here. Set current will just set your 427.2 as your default engine version. Remove will yank the engine from here, which is good if you over time you'll get different versions of the engine going and you may get sick of or kind of never use the older versions, so you can remove them there. If you click verify here, it'll verify the engine. That is a very long process, just as a warning. So only click that if you're having some issues with the engine and it's you want to make sure your install's okay. Okay. So the next step to do in order to get a project going down here is to click launch. And you see it's sort of chugging here for a second. Should pop back up. Okay, and we hit a snag. You see where it says can't find Xcode install for Metal compiler. Please install Xcode and run xcode.app. To accept the license or ensure active developer directory is set to current Xcode installation using Xcode select. Hit OK. Accidentally launched it twice. Hit OK. So now what we have to do is we have to go to the App Store and get Xcode. And by App Store, I mean the Apple App Store. And here it is, here under Developer Tools. Xcode is pretty big, a few gigs, so be ready for that. I'll pause while it downloads. Okay, this has been taking a while. Insert the SpongeBob SquarePants 2 hours later meme in right here. We'll keep holding on. Just a quick tip that if you mouse over this spinning icon, you can see what it's doing. It's installing and it's about 59% complete. Slightly better indicator would be useful here, but we'll take it, I guess. I'll go ahead and open Xcode. Here we go. Need to agree to the SDK and agreement. This stuff is fine. This stuff may be slightly different for you if you're an older version of macOS. This is Monterey. Okay, looks like it's opening. Here we go, cool. Out, close that out. And try launching again. All right. Yeah, we're still gonna have to compile shaders. I thought so. Okay, so do you see these 4 project categories? You'll always see these 4. Games is, I think, 99% of the time what you want to pick. If you're developing anything in VR, games is going to be your pick, even if it's not a game. So we're going to choose games, hit next. And here's where we select a template. Shader compilation might be throwing this to select template option off. Typically what you see here is a set of templates to pick VR being one of them. Click next and see what happens. Yeah, no template selected. I'm going to go back. We'll see if this populates. Actually, let me go back one more step. Games, next. Yeah, that's annoying. We'll let the shader compilation finished and see what happens. I have not run into this problem before, so we'll see. No luck. Let's try back. Games, next. There we go. Select template. Virtual reality is what you want. There are some other reasons to pick the other templates. If you're doing storyboarding or something like that, it's gray boxing, something like that, you might want to use third person. You could also use first person, which is what a lot of people sort of start developing in. But for us, we're going to pick virtuality for here. And if you click on these, you can kind of see in their description what they give you in these templates, which is nice to know about. All of these things are fairly feature robust and complex, and so just kind of understanding what you're getting is a good idea. Well, we're going to pick virtuality for now. Okay, you want to go with starter content. It's going to make your install quite a bit bigger, but I think it's worth it. This is the path where your Unreal projects are going to live. Note these are where your projects live, right? So the engine lives in a separate place, and the the Epic Games launcher lives in a different place. So this is the kind of third component. And make sure you name it something cool. A lot of people get excited. They click create project here, and then they're stuck with the word my project in their project. So I'm going to pick cool VR project. Not that cool, I know, but here we go. And now we're initializing our project, and you can see it says our project name here, and the editor version, and our project name here. Compiling shaders again. I'll pause while that's happening. Okay, almost done. Going back through it again. Good times. Okay. Still picking up more shaders to compile. And here we go. All right, we now have a VR template to use. I'll give a tour of all this stuff, all these folders, this viewport, all these actors and other stuff over here. But we are now in Unreal Engine. We have a VR project installed, and we can start actually doing fun, cool, creative stuff. You can dismiss this. New plugins are available here, and your shaders will yet again compile down here. Once you have this compilation done here, typically next time you create a new project, you don't have to go through it again. So just the first pass. Welcome to Unreal Engine for VR. Lots of things to learn and still configure, but you got this far. You can feel pretty good about that. It's a little daunting for everybody when you first start. That's it.